drinks.
Of course, yeah.
I wanted to really experience
the best way to learn. I mean, and you're in New York City, so oh my God, you get to see the greats.
Right.
At the Cellar, you can see 6 amazing comics on one show.
Yeah.
And they're and you can see them working on their new stuff or their tight ass shit. I mean, it's just.
Yeah, but if you watch them more than once, you'll see they have their catchphrases. They have what they do, and it's second nature. It's like when you drive home from work, you know exactly that you got home, but you don't remember every detail, but you got home. But you don't remember the car ride. So it's the same exact thing.
Working at the club, I noticed when I'm, hosting, even their crowd work is part that they do the same crowd work.
Yes.
It may vary a little, but depending on what someone in the crowd is saying, but it's pretty much they start the crowd work at the same time and they end it like it's so scripted because they have just burned
and it has to be
hour.
Because it has to be a flow. And I really believe that the MC, it carries the show. I just hosted my own show after not being on stage for 2 years. I hosted it, and I have to tell you, and I had good pro headliners. I had Matthew Broussard and Bob DeBono on. And I tell you, my energy was up from the start. I've had people host my show that didn't have great energy in the beginning, and it just lulled the show. But from top to bottom, I was on it, and I was really involved in the show because I was hosting it. And that's another thing you get from that. You learn so much more about how to deal with last minute things like, if you're witty in real life, it will come through. And you'll also have your jokes, like you'll ask the question, but you have a joke right afterwards because it's about that. Like, any siblings here tonight? Well, I just took, I'm from a large family. Anybody else here from a large family? Now here's my joke about my DNA test. I found that I was Jewish, and then I'll do improv in it. Like I'll be like the other day, I said, I found that I was Jewish. No surprise. I bought that shit on sale on Cyber Monday, and then afterwards I'm like, I improv more, like where I found out, like, anybody here, from a big family or, things like that. And so you get to know, because also a host, how many times has a host been wrong about a mother and son when they're not a couple? It's like, how many times could you tell them to kiss? Come on, give her a kiss. It's my son. I'm like, you don't know how many times. And I told that to the audience. I said, listen, look, they'll do anything for $20, but I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, so the things just flow. And so the hosting, it's fun, but it's very hard when I have to introduce somebody, because now I'm finished my 10-minute set. Thank God I know who the person is because it's my show. But if I'm hosting for someone else, which I have to do in a few weeks, I have to remember their intro. I have to remember what they wanted to tell me. But also a good host, I believe, makes it flow. It's not about them, but also a joke in between to warm them up again, to get a difference from the last one. And I loved it because I was able to do my 20 minutes in a way, because I was able to do my 10 and then another 2 and then another 2 and then another 5. You know what I mean? Not 2 is too long, like maybe a minute. But it was so much fun because I was able to try out new stuff that worked with the like people in relationship. Oh, is anybody here, on it was a Wednesday night. I'm like, anybody here on a first date? Yeah, I'm on a first date.
Yeah.
First date, they say, and Twitter Fact says that the first date, it's the best time to go out is on a Wednesday night. I'm not just saying that because this is the show, but it must be true because it's hump day. So like all these jokes come out, but like they're coming out, but I'm going to know this for the next time that I host, All
right, well, you're very attractive, okay? And I'm always very leery of
she's a lesbian. Of course she's going to say that.
No.
She's never told me I was attractive, Victoria, and I've known her for like 3 years.
Victoria, you are gussied up. You got she has on a fancy top.
She looks good. She's got a nice lamp behind her.
Yeah, she's fancy. Okay?
I got a card catalog here behind me. I mean,
Victoria, and you know what? And when I looked at you on Instagram, I was like, damn, I have a thing where I'm scared of hot female comics because I don't like the fact, like,
But I'm edgy. I'm very edgy.
No, you can't self-deprecate. What is shitty about, look at you.
Actually, I gained 30 pounds, but thank you.
Listen.
I thought you were underweight already.
Because you know what? Mel.
I was an athlete. No, I was an athlete before. Look at, no, I'm going to show you a picture of where I was. I was swimming 2 miles in Hawaii at a time. So, look for myself, but thank you very much for the compliment. I really appreciate it.
I don't want to, I'm just like, like Nikki Glacier. Let me see.
That was me.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. Whoa, you look horrible.
I know. Baywatch.
No, that was me. I'm now 30 pounds heavier. But it's
Please. Okay. Boo-hoo. What is she going to talk about? It sucks to be me.
No,
look at me.
No, but I went through a
yeah, right. It sucks to be on Baywatch.
Just so you know, I ended up having, when I was separated, I had really good jokes for separation and divorce.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to get back together, and I said, well, I don't want to change the jokes.
You don't need to change the jokes.
But then I did change, but I changed them back to the marriage jokes. But the marriage jokes were fun too. But my separation jokes of them, that was a lot more fun.
Yeah. So, I mean, do you do a lot of comedy about being Jewish? Like, do you pull from that, your upbringing? And
I didn't do it for a while because I only like peppered it in.
I mean, it's a lot of women do, like, I know Jessica Kirsten did some jokes about being Jewish.
Yeah, like in an old age home and stuff like that. And
the funny, some, but I mean, I think any time, but Mel does too. We come from very Italian, like Mel's old school Italiano. Mine is
from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. I know the Italians and the Jews are right next to each other.
But I'm not old school Italian. My father owned strip clubs and porn. My father started Grubhub. Started Pornhub basically. Okay. Yeah. So for me.
And I told you I was a virgin when I got married at 30.
Yeah. Well, you telling me the truth?
Yeah.
Oh, you did tell me that. I'm like, is this a bet?
I know, you're like, no way. Yeah, it's true.
But I mean, my family, my grandmother was very Italian, but we were more of a progressive Italian. Right. Mel's definitely old school. But I think a lot of that, I love hearing comedy about people's upbringing, anything old school, like the very strict Jewish, whatever, right. It makes me laugh. And, it's always fun to make fun of your family because, only you can get away with that shit,
I wish that we could all get away with that shit. The truth is a Jew once just recently told me, I made a Jewish joke about, what'd I say? It was a DNA joke, whatever. And that's racist. And I'm like, but I'm Jewish. She's like, yeah, I'm Jewish too, but that's no longer allowed.
You know what? These woke people. Yeah. It's a lot for me. And it really has fucked with my writing. Okay. I've only been doing comedy 2 years, but like I said, my family, we come from porn. My brother's married to a porn star. I mean, it's a lot. There's nothing about me that's clean. I'm a lesbian. I was married. I've got 2 stupid kids. I mean, I go in on it, but I struggle because
you should be able to.
Right. But Rochester here is so goddamn woke. It is really? So fucking woke. Yeah. Buffalo, when I do great. Florida, annihilate it. Like I brought all the filth, everything in Florida. They love Trump. They don't give a fuck what you say. Right. But it is tough. And I think it has kind of messed with my writing. Plus, I mean, Victoria, let's face it, at our age, things that were appropriate then that were part of our life that are not appropriate now. But, it's like.
I think the pendulum's going to swing back and it's going to bite everyone in the ass. Everyone's going to get culture. Comedy's, it's going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying. The culture is going to be. The canceling is going to be
I'm so sick of this cancel culture.
I was sick of it for the first thing. Dr. Sussie's not allowed, but WAP is allowed. Give me a break. Give me a break. We need the Joan Rivers back. We need the Joan Rivers of the 80s to come back here. And I think it will come back. I think it will come back. Listen, I've said things that really piss people off. I have Palestinian jokes. I do. I have a joke about being about, first thing I said was anybody here Palestinian? Because you're not going to like me for the next 10 minutes. I'm telling you right now. Because I'm as Jewish as it gets. I'm a Middle Eastern Jew. So I understand the Arab mentality. Middle Eastern Jew is that there were Jews in Lebanon and Syria, Tunisia, but we got kicked out. So we have the Middle Eastern foods, the hummus, all that stuff we grew up with, but we just don't, and we're not European Jewish. European is Poland and England. We don't have the same, and I'm married to a guy that's European Jewish. It's like a mixed marriage. I understand an Arab more than I understand a Jew because we have the same food, we have the same language. My grandmother spoke in Arabic. With Jewish jokes. I'm probably going to get killed at a comedy club. I don't know, but I'm doing it because this is what I do know. And because I am a Middle Eastern Jew, I'm like, this is what I'm from. You talk about your childhood. You talk about, I'm cheap, but I'm also explosive because I eat a lot of beans, but it's like the whole, like you have to make it funny because you are taking a vacation from stress. And that's what comedy is for. And that's why canceling it's like you're stopping someone from doing the most basic instincts. And I'll tell you something, in my book, I wrote a whole entire thing about laughter, not because I'm a comedian, but because I used to be a health coach, and I wrote about the 8 pillars of health. And one of the pillars is laughter. People don't realize it. I used to visit the sick in hospitals because I knew I was cheering them up. And they would be like, could you come back next week? And this was when I wasn't even a comedian. And I realized that comedy made sales in jewelry when I was selling jewelry. They made people heal. I knew it was good for you. So I didn't have a shit childhood. That's not why I'm a comic. I didn't have insecurities like that. I didn't need attention. It's not why I'm a comic. I'm a comic because I fucking love laughing so much. I want you to fucking feel this. Because I know it feels so good. It's like giving someone an orgasm. It feels so good. You want them to have it. You want to scream it from the rooftop. You want people to laugh more. You want people to feel good.
Right. But I have, well, you're obviously hosting open mics. I mean, I could see where people have been like up on stage and some of these people are so fucking inappropriate. Like they don't get that what they're up there screaming. I was at one mic where they had to go up and tackle the guy because he wouldn't come off, but he was just up there yelling, faggot, queer, I mean, there was no joke about it. It was just blatant. This jerk off thought he was funny. So, I mean, if you're going to say
that are just not clever and there were
right, if you're a straight dude and you're going to start yelling out the word faggot, it better be funny. That's what I'm saying.
You have to turn it around and make it some kind of educational thing.
Just today, I went for a walk in Central Park and there was a chess area. They were having a chess tournament.
Yeah.
I didn't know about this area and I just got into chess 3 weeks ago. I've been playing like a crazy lunatic.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Chess.com. So there I was, and I'm like, wow. I sat down with someone, and some guy goes, so what are you on chess.com? Like, what's your rank? I go, I don't know. I'm just doing it so my brain could process how to get out of a situation. That's the only reason why I'm playing. It helps me to focus, and it helps me. I don't want to know the tricks and the tips and the bullshit. 4 moves and you could win. I don't want to fucking win like that. I want to win anything because I earned it. And that is my brain working, not some fucking master fucking chess guy that thinks differently than I do. I want to see how I can get out of a situation. And I've been doing well. Now the chessboard comes out and I'm like, wait, I'm not used to it in 3D. I'm used to it in 1D. Like, anyway, so the guy asked me, I go, I don't know. I have a gold star near my name. I don't know what that means. So he says, oh, it's a good thing you don't have it in Germany.
Oh, and
no.
I go, yeah.
What? Like he goes, I'm making a joke. You know what a joke is? I go, I happen to know what a joke is. I produce comedy shows. Why don't you come to one of them? You'll see what jokes really are. So then he said, well, I'm just, it's a joke. So I said, yeah, make it funny. I said, I'm a Jew, first of all. Second of all, you didn't even know that. But second of all, I don't care about a Holocaust joke. Make it funny. Make it funny. I want to laugh at it because there